All right, welcome back to the Mobile Mailbox Money blog here in Las Vegas at the Wynn with Activate and Geraci LLP. Mr. Matai here from Lima One Capital. Maybe if you could just introduce yourself quickly for the viewers that don't know you.
Love to. Yeah, my name's Aaron Matai. I'm with Lima One. I'm the director of sales, and I've been with them for 3 years. We're a direct private lender. We're owned by MFA Financial, and we really focus on the fix and flip, ground up construction, which are called RTLs, and then we also have a very competitive DSCR, which is the permanent product as well. We cover 46 states and 2 offices, Greenville, South Carolina, and Irvine, California.
Absolutely, and you're a little taller than I am, so we'll step one step this way, actually.
Sure.
Keep you in frame. I'll have to stand on some books next time or something. But what's a cool trend that you're currently seeing in lending? We're here today at Activate at a private lending conference.
Yeah, what a great question. So, as you know, takeout rates or the primary residence rates have been high. They've been around 7%, came in down at the mid-6s. We've been watching inflation. We've been watching, obviously, the 10-year. And it's nice, you know, the trend that I'm seeing is that we're going to be getting back to lending again. And then the takeout rates should be in the 5s, you know, hopefully the mid-5s with the 10-year under 4% right now. And hopefully in May, we're going to get a new Fed chairman, and he gives us some ease as well with 25 or 50 basis points, which, you know, not a political statement, but what this administration has talked about. And that's what we need, because what we've seen is that with our fix and flip product, a lot of these investors are on the sidelines because the primary residence buyers are waiting for these rates to get into what we call a 5 handle or in the 5. So there's a lot going on, a lot of dynamics, you know, and you know, we don't like things. We like things stable and comfortable, and it hasn't been that way. So, very excited to be here at Activate. You know, Geraci Activate, and you know, and really March is the first month in lending that we get excited. And I think we have some good tailwinds. So, hopefully everything comes to fruition here in the next 30 days.
You know, I think a lot of people are waiting on the sideline for some change up with the Fed, you know, on their heels.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting time to be a seasoned professional within that financial market. You know, what would you have to say for the people that are kind of waiting for some big movement? You know, how would you act? How would you approach that conversation?
So we call it FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay. And I say that half jokingly in jest. So what's going to happen is that when the market hits and it gets active, right? You want to, if you're on the sidelines, you want to get started now, because what will happen is if you wait, you're going to wait for obviously the rates to come down. But the problem is the prices are going to get too high, because you'll get back into what we had 5-7 years ago, multiple offer notification, escalation clauses, appraisal contingencies, where you're paying $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 over list. So you have to time this out, right? We have a number of people on the sidelines right now. As I mentioned, our fix and flip product, which is our best product, we don't have that percentage of our pipeline that we like to normally have. We've called those investors and they said, hey, we would like to see rates come down, our days on market a little longer. So I think everything's coming together right now in March. What I do like are the headlines, the news. They have a very positive outlook to housing, right? So does our administration. So I think everything will come together in March, and I think we're looking forward to a great year, a couple of years in housing. We just had to get out of this little stall.
You know, a lot of great points from a seasoned professional here at Activate, brought to you by Geraci LLP. If someone wanted to contact you, Aaron, or maybe look at the various products that you have, you know, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, you know, I'm at corporate, which is in the Greenville office. I also cover our Irvine, California office. So I'm in California 1 to 2 weeks a month. But, you know, you can just hit us up on our website, or you can just, you know, find a way to get a hold of me directly through my email or, you know, social media on LinkedIn. I'm always checking those. I get back to, you know, everyone within 24 hours, and would love to have conversations or even do training seminars for brokers, for lender shops. We do have our TPO wholesale shop here as well. So any residential companies doing primary residence, if you're looking to diversify into our space, we do trainings for you. We have an entire vertical, a team for that. So we really have a lot of flexibility now, and we're also launching multifamily. So we have a lot going on. So I know it's a lot of words, but you can hear the enthusiasm and vigor in my voice. And that's only because, you know, November through February, it's been a grind. I'll be very honest with you. It's been a grind. We put up our numbers, but it hasn't been easy. And we're waiting for some tailwinds and really to have fun in this business again.
Last question. We talked earlier at breakfast about raising private capital. As someone that may be a little newer in the industry, wanting to scale their business, what's a good tip that you could give in order to possibly get to that next level? What would you have to say about that?
So I raised capital 10 years ago. It's hard. I think the most important thing that you can do when raising capital is let your investors know how you're protecting their money, right? I think the most important thing, because you want to raise at a good coupon, because that coupon, and obviously you're looking for the spread, then you have to go out and deploy it. So the most important thing for a good coupon when you're talking to your investors and getting in and showing them proof of concept is to show them the checks and balances that you have when collateralizing their money, right? So you collateralize their money. Is it a fix and flip? Is it a DSCR? Is it ground up? And what are your guidelines and what are your checks and balances? Are you doing site visits on the larger loans? Like, that's just one example, but what are you doing that is going kind of in addition to the guidelines to protect their capital, to minimize, really eliminate defaults? And that's what nobody wants. And that's, I think, the most important thing you can do as you raise capital is to tell your investors, hey, we are business partners in this, and we are going to take it upon ourselves to really manage your capital to the best of our abilities.
Everyone wants a high rate of return, but I think the number one most important thing is not losing any capital.
Correct.
Having safety, stability, and security, and how to translate that while also making a stand-up return, is of utmost importance at the end of the day. So, Aaron, appreciate having you on the channel today. That's Lima One here Capital, at Activate. Las Vegas 2026. It's February 27th. Shout out to Anthony Geraci.
Yes.
Feel free to go check out Aaron's stuff. One step closer to financial freedom. What do we call that? Mobile mailbox money. Today's brought to you by Silvercrest Opportunity Fund. We appreciate you viewing here today. Everyone have a great day. Boom.